I never imagined my dream home by the lake would end with a gun pointed at my daughter's chest. I stood frozen, my wife clutching my arm, my grandkids wide-eyed on the porch while Carol Peters, our neighbor, our nightmare, screamed that she was the sheriff here. My daughter Emily didn't even flinch. Calm, barefoot, still dripping from the lake, she lifted her hands and said, "Ma'am, I'm the sheriff of this county. Put the gun down." That was the moment everything cracked wide open, but the storm had started months before. When Sarah and I first bought the cabin at Silver Lake, I thought we'd found heaven. 20 years of saving, planning, dreaming. And there it was, a porch for coffee at sunrise, a dock for the grandkids, loons calling across still water. For a little while, life felt exactly as we pictured it. Then Carol arrived. I was outside measuring wood for Sarah's planter box when I heard the rattle of wheels on gravel. A golf cart pulled up, black and white paint slapped on like a child's drawing of a police car, a blinking yellow light on top. Out stepped Carol, late 50s cheap sunglasses, chin high. She didn't shake my hand, didn't smile, just shoved a fat binder into my arms and barked, "Welcome to Silver Lake Community Association. Dues are $500 a year payable next month. Sign the membership agreement at the back." I blinked. Our realtor never said a word about an HOA. That night, I pulled the plats and county records, and sure enough, our property wasn't part of her association. Carol's power ended at her own driveway, but I didn't confront her. I thought ignoring her would be enough. I was wrong. A week later, I found a violation notice under my wiper, unapproved construction materials. $50 fine. She meant the cedar planks stacked beside my garage, the ones for Sarah's planter box. Another envelope followed, this time improper trash can display. Same $50. It became clear this wasn't about rules, it was about control. Carol started parking her golf cart across from our driveway. Engine idling, sunglasses hiding her eyes, clipboard perched in her lap. She'd just sit there watching. Sarah tried kindness iced tea on a hot afternoon. Carol refused to even look at her. "I'm on patrol," she muttered. That was the moment I realized there would be no truce. I wanted to laugh it off, I really did. But then came my 60th birthday. Friends on the porch, burgers sizzling, grandkids running barefoot. Perfect until Carol came barreling down the lane, blocking the driveway with her cart clipboard clutched to her chest. She screamed about noise levels, unauthorized gatherings, too many cars. 20 pairs of eyes turned toward me. She loved that. She thrived on humiliation. My guests sat silent, awkward while she barked orders like she owned the place. That night, after the last car pulled away, I sat at the table and opened a manila folder. On the tab, I wrote one word: Carol. Every notice, every map, every scrap of proof went inside. If she wanted a war, I'd build a record. Still, she didn't stop at fake fines. A letter arrived from the county zoning office, a complaint that my dock was illegal, newly built without permits. My stomach dropped. That dock had been there 50 years, built by my grandfather. But now it was my problem to prove it. I spent days digging through yellowed photos, receipts from lumber yards, survey maps. By the time I filed my 10-page defense, I was exhausted. Weeks later, the complaint was dismissed, but the damage was done. Carol had stolen my peace. That night, Sarah whispered, "Maybe we should sell. Maybe this was a mistake." For the first time, I wondered if she was right. Maybe we were foolish. Maybe standing up to Carol wasn't worth it. I felt beaten, like I'd built my life on sand. Then Emily sat down across from me, flipping through my Carol file. She read the notices, the fake bylaws, the zoning complaint, her jaw tightening. "Dad," she said flatly, "this isn't just harassment, it's criminal." I laughed, bitter. "She's just a bully with a golf cart." Emily leaned forward, voice steady, not as my daughter, but as law enforcement. "Bullies with power complexes don't stop. They escalate. And she believes she's the law. That's dangerous." Emily convinced us to install cameras, document everything. And then she found the crack in Carol's empire. Pulling up state records, she discovered the HOA's nonprofit status had lapsed 18 months earlier. Legally, the HOA didn't exist. Every fine, every due, every threat fraud. For the first time, I felt hope. And I wasn't alone. Gerald, a timid man on Carol's so-called committee, whispered to me at the post office that she hadn't held a legal vote in over a year. Tom, the neighbor across the cove, confided that she collected dues but never paid for plowing. People were waking up. With Emily's guidance, I drafted a letter, cold, professional, packed with evidence. HOA dissolved funds, misused rules, fabricated. I mailed it to 39 homeowners. The fuse was lit. Neighbors started whispering. Heads bent over mailboxes, voices hushed on porches. And Carol knew it. Her cart screeched from driveway to driveway, clipboard stabbing the air, but the nods she used to get were gone. People crossed their arms, turned away. Her kingdom was crumbling. Then came the explosion. One afternoon, her cart tore across my lawn tires, chewing up Sarah's flowers. She stormed toward me, fist clutching my letter. Lies, she screamed. All lies. After everything I've done, you spread poison. My hands trembled as I told her. You're trespassing. Step off my property, she shrieked. This is my community. I built it. I protect it. Her voice cracked, her body shaking. And then, God help me. She reached behind her back and drew a pistol. Black, heavy, real. She aimed it straight at Emily, who had just walked up from the dock towel still hanging off her shoulders. Time froze. My wife gasped. My grandkids clung to their father. I couldn't breathe. Emily stood her ground, hands raised, calm as stone. Ma'am, my name is Emily Clark. I am the sheriff of this county. You are committing aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Drop it. Carol's face twisted laughter, sharp and broken. Sheriff. Don't make me laugh. I'm the sheriff here. Her voice echoed through the pines. Emily didn't blink. Put it down. Now. Sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder. Carol's eyes darted panic flashing, but her grip tightened. My heart felt like it might split my chest. I wanted to throw myself in front of Emily, but she shot me a glance, commanding unshakable. Stay back. The sirens screamed closer. Deputies' lights flashed through the trees. Carol's hands trembled, the gun wobbling. This is my road, my lake, she spat. I make the law here. Emily's voice dropped lower, harder. If you don't drop that weapon, you're going to prison for the rest of your life. The air was razor thin. Carol's breath hitched. Her eyes flicked from the flashing lights to Emily's steady face, then down at the pistol in her hand. Finally, with a cry, more like a sob, she let it fall. The gun clattered onto the gravel. Deputies swarmed, securing the weapon, cuffing Carol as she babbled, "But I'm the president. I'm the sheriff." Their voices cut through, calm and final. You have the right to remain silent. And just like that, it was over. The woman who had haunted my family, who turned our paradise into a battlefield, was shoved into the back of a real cruiser, her fake badge glinting one last time before disappearing behind steel doors. Bullies don't stop when you ignore them. They stop when you stand up.